right, back out here on these highways and hedges once more, giving all praise, all glory, all honor unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Chakadash.
and double honors to our leadership, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, mercy, and grace to the household of faith, the holy elect, the remnant, which begins with the 144,000 first fruits. And it includes also the 1/3 of the children that are that fold. We come out here every week to prophesy the destruction of Babylon the Great, which Babylon the Great for a long time has been a mystery. You know, you have some people, even when you go into the blue letter, it identifies Babylon as ancient Rome. You know, but that's incorrect. Right? Babylon is spoken of in Revelation the 17th chapter as well as other places. Babylon is actually America. It was a kingdom that hadn't been manifested in the earth yet. Now there are similarities between Babylon and Rome because Babylon the Great is pretty much Rome rebirthed into the earth. So there are similarities, but the actual Babylon the Great, that woman that John was seeing metaphorically, this was actually indicative of a kingdom that wasn't on the earth is. And they tell you that in Revelation the 17th chapter where it talks about the beast that was and is not, it must come, and yet is. It was that kingdom that would come in due time. You see, and when the devil, anybody hold anything? And in which the devil, Esau, Edom, that the Bible speaks about, which is a nation of people, all right, they would go, they would pretty much be flushed out.
You got it.
I'll go with his mantle. But, you know, Esau, Edom would pretty much come out and be released from the cave of Europe during the Dark Ages when he would go out and go back into the earth. Somebody get Psalm 144. Start around verse 6, falsehood. And they would go out into the earth and they would spread forth falsehood and give up their authority. Go ahead. Yeah.
This is Revelation chapter 20, verse 1. And I saw an angel coming down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. God, this is Revelation chapter 20, verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit.
Yes, sir. The bottomless pit is indicative of Europe, which pit represents the land, and bottomless is representing the lack of resources. Go ahead.
Continuing on, and a great chain in his hand.
Yep. The great chain represents captivity, slavery. Go ahead.
Yep, verse 2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent,
right,
which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
Yeah, and that dragon represents Edom, right, particularly the Roman Empire. And he's that old devil, that old serpent, because when you look at human beings on earth, we're all spirits, right? There are different spirits created for different reasons in the earth. When you go back to what it's talking about, that old devil, that old serpent is speaking about going all the way back to Genesis, the 3rd chapter. All right, talking about the serpent, which was a man. So this dragon, this devil that's speaking about, is coming in the same spirit of the old serpent, which is what? A witch. All right, Isaiah 47 links that to this. A prognosticator, a witch, enchanter. Okay? Going back to the Hebrew word nakash, which is that word for the word serpent. Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 20, verse 2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan.
Yeah, because they did go into, not captivity, but they did go down. They ended up falling after the Roman Empire fell in 476, which is the Western Roman Empire. Then you had the Eastern Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire, what it's also known as, the Holy Roman Empire. And you know, that was a time where Jacob was kind of doing a thing, and Esau was pretty much back in the caves. He was put away. All right, and he ended up coming back, as it's about to tell you. Go ahead.
Continuing on, and bound him 1,000 years.
Right, that 1,000 years is pretty much from 476 up until around the 1300s. All right, they were bounded. They were unable to be free to spread forth falsehoods in the earth. Go ahead.
Continuing on, verse 3, and cast him into the bottomless pit.
Yeah, because they were in Europe. Go ahead.
Continuing on, and shut him up.
Because when you look at the word Caucasian, which means cave dweller, that actually goes into the Caucasus Mountains, which is in what, Europe. All right, that's where they dwell. They dwelled in the caves. All right, because Esau, Edom, where was his home? His home was Mount Seir, right? Today it's known as Mount Petra. All right, he's always been very home when he's around concrete, when he's around rocks and cliffs and high altitudes. Go ahead.
continue on. This is Revelation chapter 20, verse 3. And cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up. And set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more.
Right, because he's the devil, and that's what devil means. Devil means deceiver. All right, so when the so-called white man is shut up and put away, there won't be any deceptions to worry about. Okay, because he is the great deceiver of the whole earth. All right, keep going. Any more on that?
Yes, man.
You stop it when it gets to these verses.
Yep, continuing on. Till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loose a little season.
He must be loose for a little season. So the so-called white man will come back into the earth and he will be let loose, spreading forth lies, spreading forth falsehood. See? And we're in the midst of that little season.
This is Job. The point is, it's 1 through 8. I'm gonna read through quickly. Job 30 and 1. It says, "But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I will have not disdained to set with the flocks of my dogs." So, because Esau, you know, he get with animals. All right, but it says, matter of fact, let me just jump to the point. It says, verse 3. "For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former times, desolate and waste." And that's what the brother's going into. They're being pushed off into Europe. All right? Esau was so violent that Jake and the other Hebrews didn't even want him to be around the domesticated animals, because he would cause the animals to go off and be put to death. It says, "For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former times, desolate and waste, who cut up mallows in the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief." And that's how they drove Esau away and drove him out of the land, as after a thief, because they knew he was up to no good. Because the very things he's doing on the planet Earth now that is causing the people to drive him out of the land, he was doing it way back when. That's why the Lord said he bound them for 1,000 years. And now he's going back out. But I'll continue to get to the point at 8. It says, "To dwell in the clefts of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks." That's why he always tell you about the cavemen. This is where the Neanderthal and the Homo sapien. He always goes back to that, because that's where he got pulled out from. Man. He got pulled out of the caves by Jake. It says, "Among the bushes they brayed, and under the nettles they were gathered together." So they huddled up like wolves, man, during this time, because they was finished. All right. It says, "They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth." So, hey, you got it. Yeah, but this goes to show that Esau was viler than the earth. Esau was wicked, man. He was doing all of this wickedness that he had to be driven forth amongst men for a time that the Lord was like, you know what? I've bound him for 1,000 years. My word has been accomplished in this man. Now I gotta let this dude free again. And now he's free, and we see the results of him being let loose, man.
That's a spirit you just mentioned. Vile, and I asked everybody to look up vile. Bring that definition out.
The word vile from the late 13th century, morally repugnant, morally flawed, corrupt, wicked, of no value.
Morally flawed. Can one of y'all get Hebrews 12 and 16 and get that in the NLT? Read that definition again, Robert John.
Morally repugnant, morally flawed, corrupt, wicked, of no value, inferior quality, disgusting, foul, ugly, degrading, humiliating.
Man, Esau ugly, man.
Yeah.
Hey, those so-called white people ugly as hell, man. You can't even deny that. You know?
It says of low estate, without worldly honor or esteem.
And it says morally repugnant. Look up that word repugnant and bring out Hebrews 12 and 16 in the NLT.
All right, this is the NLT from Hebrews 12 and 16. "Make sure that no one is immoral or godless like Esau."
Morally repugnant. Esau is morally repugnant. What's the definition of repugnant?
Yeah, repugnant from the early 15th century, hostile, opposed, contrary.
Contrary. somebody who's contrary to morals. Who's contrary to the Bible. It's 2 Thessalonians 2 and 7.
I had a quick
It said, this is second.
Got it.
Okay.
Yep. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 7.
Yep.
For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Yep.
Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that the wicked is a capital W. That's talking about the godless, the immoral one that we're talking about right now. It's all making sense. The man of sin is being revealed, he's being found out. Why? Because it's that spirit coming down, the Holy Spirit coming down, the comforter. That's a part of the package of the comforter. All right, the truth. All right, revealing who's who. Esau. Yeah, Esau. That's him. That's them. Right there.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and bring out what you had, and we'll get yours next.
Right. This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Yep.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
Yeah.
If not, where and who is he?
Yeah, the earth was given unto him because going all the way back to Abraham, to Isaac and Jacob, you had the blessing of Jacob and Esau. And part of Esau's blessing was he would have what? The fatness of the earth, and he would rule by the sword. How did he get everything? By using the sword to gather the resources, to conquer the people, to take that which is not his. Because what does the thief do? He comes forth to do what? Steal, kill, destroy. All right? Go ahead and bring out what you got to say.
It's a lot, kid, bro. And that's what I was gonna say.
Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish.
Yeah, all these things you see happening with technology, with the media, with the news, a lot of this is signs and lying wonders. All right, and people, like I just got an alert that said from the, I think it was from the Common Sense show that said the people that rule over us are not human. That's a deceiving wonder.
Yeah.
All right, because it's people that believe that the people that run things are reptilians and they're aliens and they came and all that. You know, because that Genesis 6 be really bugging folks out. I heard somebody else mention that, not in the camp, but it was somebody on. I was watching a podcast and they brought out the Genesis 6 and Nephilim, and they were saying they think aliens are already among us. That type of talk. You know? Yeah, and you got ancient aliens going crazy. So it's a lot of deceivable lying wonders out there. That's why the Holy Spirit had to come now, because the Holy Spirit is the equalizer. Right. This equalizes, it offsets all of this false information that's out there. Yeah. Look up the word lying wonders, Bob Bishop. Lying wonders in the BLB. It should be probably pseudos. Pseudo from. Look that up, because it's also people that's condemning pseudoscience. Because a lot of people are hip to the fact that a lot of these things that's governing us right now are pseudoscience. The whole 6 feet separation, all right, the mask, all of that was based on pseudoscience, which goes back to what? The lying wonders. All right, these are all signs of Esau, Edom being the man in power. He can't hide from it. He can't stop doing this if he wanted to. Okay?
Yeah.
Bring that out, brother.
Yeah, it says the Greek word for lying is pseudos.
Pseudos.
It says a lie, a conscious and intentional falsehood.
Right, these are intentional falsehoods. Give me Psalms 144, verse 8. These are intentional lies, intentional falsehoods. Okay? And unless you have the Holy Spirit, because without the Holy Spirit, you can understand some of these lies. You can see it and be like, okay, that's not right, that's true. But the Holy Spirit gives you the full understanding of what this means.
Exactly.
All right, bring that out.
This is Psalms chapter 144, verse 8.
Start at 7, Bob.
Verse 7. Send thy hand from above.
Right, and that hand from above is going to be what? Yahushua. He's going to come from above, which he was on the earth, and he ascended above, and he's going to descend from above. Go ahead.
Rid me and deliver me out of great waters.
Right, and great waters represent tribulation. Okay, keep going. Because Esau is coming like a flood. And the Most High is going to send his hand from above to deliver us, Lord willing, from those waters, from that great tribulation. Go ahead.
From the head of the strange children.
And Esau are strange people. We've been talking about them being vile, immoral. Give me Isaiah 32 and 5 about the shop. Okay? Go ahead and read that again.
It says, send thy hand from above, rid me and deliver me out of great waters, from the hand of the strange children.
Because the kingdom of heaven is going to be birthed from great waters. All right, the kingdom of heaven is likened to a baby. All of this is spiritual. It's all connected. Waters, baby, birth pains. In 2 Ezra 16, they talk about birth pains. It's all the same thing. This is all poetic, man. Poetic justice. Keep going, brother.
Whose mouth speak vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood.
And the New World Order is vanity. Why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing, man? All this falsehood they pushing in the earth, man. You people eat it up. You eat it up like popcorn. You eat it up like gummies, man. This shit is all falsehood. It's all a lie, man.
So the script, they say this right hand, because the right hand is a representation of strength. So that right hand is a right hand of falsehood. So everything that they strengthen themselves in this society is based off of falsehoods.
Yes, sir.
So that's why the scriptures tell us one to know that goes down unto Egypt. See, because this is a false society, man.
Right, and we said that the strange children. Look up that word strange and Hashab, bring out or anybody who's holding Isaiah 32 and 5 for me, bring that out for me.
This is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 5. The vile person shall be no more called liberal.
And we went into vile, the morally repugnant. Okay, he will no more be called liberal. And what is he pushing right now? Liberalism. And what is liberalism doing to these cities? Destroying them. The man of sin, the son of perdition. Perdition means destruction. He's pushing forth destruction all throughout these cities, all throughout the earth. And that's why the Most High gonna send his son from above to reestablish life into the earth. It begins here though. This is where it begins. Keep going, brother.
God. Continuing on, nor the child said to be bountiful. Verse 6, for the vile person will speak violently, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy.
Yeah, and all we see is iniquity and hypocrisy. That's all we see is hypocrisy. But it's all good though, because guess what? The joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. It's but for a moment, but for a little season. Any more on that?
Yep. And to utter error against the Lord.
And that's all that's being uttered in the earth is error. That goes into the falsehood. Nothing but error, nothing but things that are wrong. The way people live on this earth is wrong. This is not right. All right? These relationships, the way we date and mate, and all of that shit is off, man. This is not how life is supposed to be. It's all done in error. The earth is in desperate need of sound, righteous counsel. Finish that off, brother.
God, it says, and to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail.
And our people are hungry, man. They thirsty. They don't have the living waters. They dry as hell. They're the dry bones. They lacking. And it's right here. This is how you feed yourself. This is how you get nourished. But it takes hearing. Okay? If you don't hear, if you don't listen, if you don't get this, you don't get this bread of life, you're going to be out here famished in the spirit. Bring it out, brother.
This is Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord.
Yeah, Esau was blessed. Again, we talk about his blessings. And through that blessing, he's able to have resources. He's able to have things that look like they can provide you comfort and security. But that's why the scriptures are saying what they're saying, because that's a snare. You're not supposed to go into that. You're supposed to understand that the Most High set him up, but he didn't set him up for you to run to him. The Most High is the one you're supposed to run to first and foremost. Go ahead.
This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Verse 2.
Now, who are the brethren that Apostle Paul was speaking about? He was talking about people of his own kinsmen, all right, Israelites that were in another nation that was scattered in where they call it Thessalonica. Okay? Keep going.
God, this is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
And these were also believers, by the way, because Apostle Paul also said, be not unequally yoked with unbelievers. So he called other believers his brethren, which is where Yahushua said also. He said, those that believe and worship the Lord, those are my mother, my brother, and my sister. All right? So this is the family. Keep going, brother.
God, verse 3. For when they shall say, peace and safe. Then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
And the New World Order is going to be birthed out of peace and safety. That's why things are being allowed to get chaotic. You go to California, you can steal up to what, $900 some of stuff before you get persecuted?
Oh.
You can just go in there and grab what you want to get out. They can't chase you. They can't do anything. You go to New York now, you can prostitute legally. You go to parts of California, you can prostitute legally, which they call ordering or something like that. You can do these things and not be persecuted. Why? Because things are being set up to where all hell is going to break loose for the purpose of peace and safety being established through the NWO. Keep going, brother.
God continuing on. As travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
They should not escape. Go ahead.
God, Verse 4, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you.
Because the believers are on watch. Because the believers are beginning with, well, the believers, you have the teachers, and then you have those that are hearing the teachers. Because you read John the 17th chapter, Yahweh shall pray, not only for the apostles that would go out, the disciples, but those that would go out and hear the message of the disciples. So there's two parties here, okay? So that's why we're not in darkness, because we heard the counsel and we believe in now. We preaching forth the same counsel, the same message. And those of you on the comment board that are listening, taking heed, you're not in darkness to where that day is going to overtake you, because you're paying attention through the Spirit. Keep going. Any more? All right, bring out what you got there.
I got the second Ezra 6:27.
Okay, bring it up, bro. Appreciate it.
This second Ezra 6, verse 27. It says, for evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched.
And the man of sin is going to be put out. All of this evil and corruption and wickedness and violence and lewdness, all of this is going to be put out. And we said, what else?
It says, quench and deceit shall be quenched.
Yeah, and quench goes into damn, I was just looking at it the other day. Deceit shall be quenched, so it's going to be it's going to hit its measure. It's going to fulfill itself. All right, because that was the whole purpose of the man of sin being loose, as we started in Revelation 20, to sow deceit into the earth. Okay, and once he has done it, he's fulfilled his job, he's going to be put out, man. Keep going, brother.
Right.
It says, and as for faith, it shall flourish.
Right, and faith is flourishing. Faith is increasing. Okay, that's the balance to it all, man. All right, as people are waxing worse and worse, and they continuously getting worse and looking even more dumber than they did yesterday, guess what? The believers have faith that's increasing. It's making more sense to us. It's becoming more plain to us. Okay, go ahead.
Corruption shall be overcome.
Right, and the man of sin, which sin is the wages of death is the wages of sin. All right, which death is also known as corruption. Death is going to be overcome. Go ahead.
And the truth, which had been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
That's right. The truth doesn't have fruit in the earth. It's not a prosperous thing to be an individual that identifies yourself with truth and integrity and righteousness. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord is still making it to where truth is being declared, and it ain't gonna stop being declared until the Lord silences the truth. Okay, because this is the truth, whether you know it or not, believe it or not. This is the truth, man, and this is undebatable, unstoppable. See? Anybody hold something? No. Go ahead, brother.
God, this Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 12. It says, "Seek not death in the error of your life, and pour not upon yourself destruction with the works of your hands." So it says, "Seek not death in the error of your life," as the brother was basically saying, right? We're the children of the day, the children of light. In Job 36:20, it says, "Desire not the night when men are cut off in their place." Night is synonymous with death, right? The error that we walk in and go after, all right, it's the same. That's why the Lord said, once again, he says, "Seek not death." Wisdom of Solomon 1:12, in the error of your life. All right, a lot of men don't follow this truth, all right, or that which is light. But the prophets have been made abroad to what? Come back to the light, man. All right, night is what? Beholding these people, man. And that's why they're cut off in their place. But you got to go.
We ain't letting our light shine. We're right now on the hilltop, man, letting those light shine. Bring up what you got, brother.
Psalms 82 and 5, it says, "They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course."
Yeah, all the foundations. One of the foundations of earth is family. Family is out of course right now. Okay? A house divided. Yeah, this is a house divided, man. America is a house divided. All right? This is foundation that's out of course. All right? Family. even spiritual systems. I mean, that's a foundation to a nation. A nation has to have the same spiritual beliefs. Okay.
Right.
Otherwise, like, it's gonna be division.
Yeah.
That's why you have, like, if you look at our people, some of us Christians and Muslims,
Republicans, Democrats.
Democrats, it's never gonna be a real division. But when you look at it like us right now, you know what I'm saying? We come together and we have one source.
Yes.
And we're able to make decisions based on that one source,
Yeah.
which brings order.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
We speak the same thing.
We speak the same thing. That's right, brother. Any more on that?
That was it.
That was it. Bring out what you got, bro.
This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Yeah, Babylon has been a golden cup. It's been a chief instrument that the Lord has used to sow division, to sow confusion into the earth, to confuse the people, to divide the people. Because ultimately the Lord is going to bring order out of all of this. He actually is using this to bring the chaos ultimately for us, man. All right, for the kingdom of heaven to be birthed into the earth.
Right.
Okay?
What else would that leave room for you? I was shot to leave the Lord's presence. Like,
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, this is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Yeah. So other nations, you know, they pretty much through too because of America. America has the most influence. All right, it has the most everything. Scriptures talk about the delicacy, the costliness. All right, that's why even John marveled when he saw the woman of Babylon. Because she was decked out, man. She was beautiful. She was gorgeous. America pushes forth very convincing philosophies and ideas, man. You know, it's real easy to get caught up out here. And that's why other nations come out here and they get destroyed. They abandon the ways of their parents. Man, I remember I had a client.
Right.
She was Indian, and pretty much her parents were directly from India. They retained the customs,
Right.
the way that they dress.
Yes.
She, on the other hand,
Yeah.
had the liberal haircut,
Right.
tattoos everywhere,
Yeah.
and they kind of
And rapping Lil Baby.
yeah.
That was going on though. That was going on.
Freedom on the surface seems like a good thing, but on the surface, you know, you think, oh, well, hey, everyone should be free. But when the brave land of the free, you can do what you want. But the problem with that is, it opens the door for all manner of wickedness. It's flawless.
Right.
With freedom, you can have no order, you can have no structure, because you gotta let anybody and everybody do whatever the hell they want. That's what freedom is. But the issue with that is that, like I said, you can't have no structure. You can't build no society off of that. Off of everybody, you just do it, no rules. You know? Got it.
Yeah, get on. Okay, bring it out.
This 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is there while she liveth.
Yeah, that's twofold, man. America is the sheep, and then the people. All right, the people are living in pleasure. That's why they did. They spiritually dead. This is a plan of gross darkness. Okay? Because life isn't all about pleasure, man. There's a greater, deeper meaning to living on the earth. Okay, you can't just always be given into the flesh, because ultimately you're gonna die. Being too far given into the flesh leads to death, and that's why there's always an accident, always somebody getting set up, robbed, killed, stabbed, shot, any of that. You see, that's why Apostle Paul talked about mortifying the members of the flesh. All right, putting off certain things of the flesh, because we still in the flesh, but there's certain things we want to do to combat the flesh. Some things we want to do to balance our spirit, because when the balance to it is by starving off the flesh, you strengthen the spirit. See, that's necessary to navigate it and to have longevity in this walk as a believer. Go ahead.
Where you going? 45? 40.
Yeah, you can go 10, 20.
This is Job 10 and 20. Are not my days few? Cease then and let me alone, that I may take comfort a little. Before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death, a land of darkness and as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death, without any order, and where the light is as dark.
Like the captain was speaking, he was speaking about a lack of order. Which order is structure, man. It's structure. It's necessary. Okay, and this is a place that's lacking order, that's lacking structure, and that's why anything goes. Like I was just thinking, man, I was watching this track around my house, and I'm looking at the people walking the trail. You got people walking that way, people walking that way. It'd be order if we just have a sign to say everybody walk clockwise or counterclockwise. But when you got everybody going every which way, it's a lack of order. Now these are things you might be like, well, that ain't that serious, but it's just little things like that.
That's a good example.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's little things like that. Order is needed.
Yeah, this place, I was going to say too, this place pushes rebellion. So that's why everybody in this rebellious state, they going to go the opposite direction, even if it's right. Because they don't know what righteousness is, man. You know?
Romans 8:19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So that's going into these heathens and the 2/3 of our own people. Right? All right? Because they're a part of that creature set. All right? It's just simple. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willing, but by reason of him who have subject the same in hope. That's speaking towards the elect, but getting to the point of that freedom and that liberty that the brothers are going into. It says, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So I wanted to go into that word liberty, because it says that it shall be delivered away from corruption when order is brought back in. When we actually put our foot on these heathens' neck and put a whip across Esau's back and put things into order, everything shall actually flourish as it's supposed to.
Yep.
Man. All right. So to bring out the definition for liberty, all right? It says,
Yeah. 14:12. Proverbs 14:12.
Elatoria. It says liberty. Liberty to do or omit things. That's happening right. That's all. It says, verse 3. It says, true liberty is living as we should, not as we please. Because certain things that we do that pleases us can actually bring forth disease, bring forth death. It could cause harm to you. The Lord, His order is to bring only but life, man. When we go against that order, now we're depriving ourselves of true liberty.
Yeah.
See?
Pushing death.
Pushing death, you give an occasion to the flesh. Bring that up.
Galatians chapter 5 and verse 13, it says, for brethren, ye have been called unto liberty. Only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh, but by love serve one another.
That's right.
So, backing up with that brother mentioned, liberty should be used wisely. It should be used with a purpose. There's a reason for liberty. It's not for you to give occasion to the flesh and do what you want to do, which, going back to that 2 Timothy precept, people are using that liberty, and that's why they're dead as they're living, because they're not using it the right way. Bring us 2
Can I get something real quick?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because you have a lot of liberties within righteousness. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I mean, there's boundaries, but within those boundaries, there's plenty of, like, for instance, the dietary law. Okay, there's plenty of things. Yeah, there's a list of things that you shouldn't eat, but then there's plenty of things you can eat. A plethora of things you can eat. So even within the law, even within keeping the law, you have a lot of freedom. But the Lord just gave us guidelines and boundaries, just like a sports. When you play sports, you got all that room, all that space on a football field. But, you got the boundaries. You got so much space to play, Get that in real quick, Proverbs. Baba Kashah, and then, yeah.
Okay. This is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 20. The poor.
12.
14 and 12. This is Proverbs 14, verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Yeah, so a lot of these people think that they're going the right way because freedom sounds good, but like we read, people use their freedom as an occasion to the flesh. They use their freedom to do whatever the hell they want and basically fulfill the lust of the flesh. But you shouldn't use your freedom that way, man. You know, because the end thereof is death. You got it out.
That's the cost. What you got?
Psalms 19:7, the law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of Yahweh is sure, making the wise, making simple the wise, making wise the simple. So like, yeah, man, the law of the Lord is perfect. You know, he set forth the law so that life could flourish, man, in the earth. You know.
This is 2nd Ezra 9, verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders. For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty.
Right, because Babylon has given our people liberty. So in the midst of the liberty, it's easy to get caught up and not having to follow the guidelines for your salvation. So what's being said here is that those that didn't take heed to doing the right things when they had liberty, they're gonna have to pay. They're gonna have to pay the cost, which is they ain't gonna partake in that salvation within his borders and within his land. Which is not necessarily talking about the land of Israel. We represent the land of Israel. So wherever we are, we are the ones that's gonna partake in the salvation, Lord willing, that's us.
We hope to be delivered from this place, man. That's what Jacob wants.
Yeah.
That's what he's going to do.
Yep. Go ahead.
It says, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it.
Yep, they despised it. They hated it. Instead of asking for the understanding, they said we don't care about that. It don't look profitable. They rather give occasion to the flesh. So I don't know how we got there, but
That's speaking towards a lot of these camps, like when they get like when they get their punishment, and they cast it aside despitefully. Hey, the Lord, hey, we'll get to it. It says, understood it not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain.
Yeah, they'll find out later. The hard way. I'm ready to step down my prayers. That's fine.
Kabash, go read for the back. Dawadayu, camp.
The earth has to be
Let's get some signs.
corrected, man. You know, something has to be done in order for the earth to flourish again. You know, there's a reason why the scripture called this place the valley of the shadow of death. Because the people that are ruling, they bring forth nothing but death. You know, somebody get Isaiah 9 and 6.
This Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 and verse 3. And it says, an unwise king destroy his people, but through the proceeding or the produce of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
Right, and the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. Ultimately, the Lord chose who was going to be in charge. And like I brought out, this is that little season in which Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is ruling the earth. All right, and he is ruling the earth in all deceitfulness and lying wonders, like I brought out. You know, but in due time, one is going to be set up over the earth, whose name is Yahweh Shai.
That's it.
You know, and he's going to bring forth order. He's going to rule in judgment. You know, hey, you're going to do something, and immediately judgment is going to be set forth. You know, these other nations. You know,
Charge. Should be good.
Especially when these other nations, they want to do their own thing, like create nuclear bombs to protect their own land. Esau did the same thing. The Lord is about to come back, he's about to reestablish everything in righteousness.
was
This is
started.
Isaiah
You
chapter
got it.
9, verse 6.
We're gonna switch out.
For unto a child is born, it's like
You gotta
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. For unto us a child is born.
Yeah, that us is Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, the Israelites according to the Bible, man. All right.
Unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder.
Right.
And his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
Right. And I believe that word government goes into the control of the mind.
Yep.
All right, to govern the mind. All right, and the minds of this world is being governed by the wicked. All right, that's why all manner of perverseness is being pushed. Like the art said, man, the family is ruined. Hey, we talked about it the other night. Us being on these devices, man, people's social skills are destroyed, man.
Oh yeah.
Your attention span.
Yep.
People don't have the attention spans they used to have, and it's all because of who's ruling, man, who's pushing forth, like technology. There should be a limit. There should be like you said, a law in place for technology, because it goes too far. It's a slippery slope.
I did a lesson on that years ago. People's attention span is like way lower. You ain't gotta put it on. I can't remember the exact comparison, but it's way lower than it used to be because of like you said, the internet. And these kids can't focus. That's where they get that ADHD thing.
Yeah.
These kids don't got ADHD. They just fucking they got too many distractions, man. Imagine trying to learn in a school and sit down and focus on a teacher for hours out of the day when you're used to, scrolling on the internet. Yeah, everything. Well, but it's Esau's fault because everything's competing for your attention.
Right.
You got it.
And they have different apps. And on these apps, in 2 minutes you can learn what your teacher's trying to teach in an hour.
Exactly.
But it's not as in depth. You don't get the full details of it. So they're making it harder, man. And that's why this is the last generation that's gonna come, man. Because hey, it's they through.
We have to be the third and fourth generation.
Right.
That's his
Yup.
This has to be the third and fourth. Because ain't nothing gonna come after this that's gonna establish morality.
Right.
Then it being destroyed already.
Right.
But only the righteousness is going to establish that righteous morality for people that is guided by forever.
Got something?
Verse 7.
Looking it up.
Of the increase of his government and peace, there should be no end.
Right. And when the kingdom of heaven is established under Yahushua, all these nations are going to be at peace with each other. Esau Edom has spread his blessings throughout all the nations, man. Everybody has a thermonuclear missile now. Everybody makes war against each other. All right, it's because the person who's ruling, that's his blessing. That's his MO. To say the conqueror writes the story. So he has written his story throughout the whole earth. And this is how, how the earth is functioning, man, under the sword.
Upon the throne of David. Oh, it's like, and that goes to show who's ruling these last days.
Right.
And upon his kingdom to order it, to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth, and with justice from henceforth, even forever.
Forever. The Lord is going to establish the kingdom with judgment, man. And a lot of judgment is withheld in this kingdom. It's covered, hidden. When someone does something according to the scriptures, you would take them to the city, to the gates of the city, meaning it would be public.
Yep.
And they would get their judgment, whether that be a stoning, whether they be, set on fire. A lot of things that would deter people from doing wickedness, man. Yeah.
And that's the reason why people are why there's freedom.
Right.
Because there is no consequence.
Right.
You can't even whoop your kids now,
Yeah.
Right.
or they'll take them. But these kids are growing up without no respect for authority, no respect for anybody, because they ain't never had to feel that chastening, man.
Right.
But that's a good point, because these kids are bad as hell, man. You look at some of these little niggas, man. They don't give a f. You know, they'll cuss you out. Go ahead.
So like to add, on my way here, I was watching videos of children fighting teachers on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That shit didn't happen
Yeah.
growing up, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Your parents will beat your ass.
Well, they have a like a clause in the teachers' contracts that they can't bring up fights.
Wow.
In these schools now, like, because they're saying that it's they can get a lawsuit or something.
Yeah.
So they just, you know, if someone fights, they just gotta let it happen.
You gotta let them. See, in our parents' age, maybe not some of you brothers' parents. I got older parents. Their parents could whoop the kids. I mean, no, I'm sorry, the teacher. In our parents' age, the teachers could whoop the kids, man. They need to bring that back.
They need to bring that back.
But then kids were more well behaved because they knew like the consequences, man. You know. You got it.
This is Deuteronomy 21 and verse 18, because it's going into some of the stuff that's righteous, you know, when it comes to your kids, man.
Come.
Back then, you know, in the ancient days, there were certain things you would do if your child was rebellious. Man.
Yes, sir.
But this is Deuteronomy 21 and verse 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they chasten him, will not hearken unto them, then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of the city and unto the gates of his place. Which your brother was mentioning, you know what I'm saying? When they act a certain way, man, you bring them before the elders, man, before the city. All right, which is really just a way to
Public. It's a public example.
Yeah, it's an example, man.
Yep.
You know. Continuing on, and it says, verse 20, and they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard.
Badass kid.
Right.
You wouldn't even allow that to grow up and get worse.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, because what would he do? He would corrupt more people.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
He would just be a menace. You know, and that's what you have running around America.
Right.
You know,
Menace to society.
Menace to society. But then that menace bursts other menaces, and they just keep getting worse. And that's what is menstruous women bringing forth monsters.
That's
man.
right.
Because
right.
gremlins, man, and these niggas are demons, man.
GMO babies.
I mean, you got kids like 10 years old with sticks.
Yeah.
You know, ready to put something down.
The switches.
Yeah.
all the kids in Chicago.
Yeah, smoking weed.
graduating,
Smoking weed, yeah.
You know,
Yup.
showing off their switches.
Yep.
We have little 5-year-olds, you know, they want to dance to Sexy Red. And twerk,
Exactly.
man.
You saw that?
Yeah, video with
Yep,
that girl.
Yep.
Hey, my Xfinity rep came over the other day and he said he ain't like Atlanta. I was like, why? He was like, man, because out here in New York, they'll rob you, but they won't kill you. Out here, they'll rob you
Yeah,
and kill you. And
yeah.
he telling me he got robbed by a 14-year-old who pulled a gun on him. He thought he was playing.
Yeah.
The 14-year-old pulled that stick out on him.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah, they start the water boys, man.
Water
Niggas
boys,
be
yeah.
on the scooters.
Yup.
Watch out for them niggas on scooters, man. It was one. I was at a spot. I was getting ready to go into a spot one day. It was late, you know, a little late spot, and I was getting ready to park. Seen about 3-4 teenagers on scooters.
Bad
I
song.
said, nah, I'm going
Right,
home.
right.
I went home.
Gun.
I said, I'm not finna park over here.
Gun,
'cause These
gun.
niggas gon'
Yup.
they gon' you know, break my windows or something, man.
Something.
You got that little boy that raps. You know, he talking about, you know, shooting people and, you know, yeah, like, you a little kid, he don't even know how to talk.
Yeah.
You know,
Little RT. What's his name?
RT, yeah.
That's a nigga, man. But
And
these,
you know, his dad was his dad's probably a nigga.
oh, gotta
You
be.
know, and his mama, to allow him to, you know,
Come on, man.
to do it,
But then they'll say, oh, it's art.
Right.
Oh, you know, he's just expressing himself. Oh, you know, he ain't really about, but he's pushing forth that message.
vibration.
He's pushing forth that vibration because they say, oh, he ain't in the streets. You know, he ain't putting nobody to death. But that nigga vibration is going out in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
But the point being is that, see, back then there was if you knew that certain behaviors would get you put to death or stoned, that will correct a lot of degenerate behavior, man. Homosexuals, you'll have less homosexuals, you have less thugs run around, you have less all that, because in the back of their head they know damn, you know what? If I do this, I might get my ass put to death. Well, I am gonna get my ass put to death. You be rebellious. But nowadays, Esau allows that, but that's the destruction of the family.
26.
Like we went into, and you got it. But that's the destruction of the family. When you destroy the family structure, you destroy a society. You know, you got it up.
This is verse 21. It says, and all the men of his city shall stone him with stones that he die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear.
Yeah.
That's the purpose. For the fear.
That's right. That's,
You know, and like the op said, man, this society is missing fear.
yes, sir.
These people don't fear anything, man. They don't fear the Lord. They don't fear their parents.
Right.
You know, which your parents were supposed to be an extension of the Lord. When you're under their rule. You know, they're supposed to be you know, the lawgivers of your house. You know, but these people they don't fear anything, man. These kids they'll talk back. You know, and back in the day, like you said, you could whoop your kids. Now there's laws against whooping your kids.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and it's making it so the society is getting more and more corrupt. The love of many is waxing cold.
That's right.
You know, because of iniquity. You know, he had some.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 6. And these words which I commanded thee this day shall be in thy heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. And shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up.
And the law, statutes, and commandments, what we said was perfect, man. You know, you're supposed to be meditating on these things. Like you did in Deuteronomy 4 and 6. You know, you're supposed to be meditating on those things, man. They're supposed to always constantly be in your heart and in your mind, you know. When you step out the house, you're representing our Lord. And this is one of the reasons why Yahweh Bashim Yahushai took his name away from Israel. Right.
He got it on deck.
Oh, he got it. Okay.
He's American. Every day they step, they represent America. You know?
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
Right. The nations are supposed to look up to Israel, man. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We were given the law. We were supposed to be the ones that are teaching the other nations how to live, how to eat. Now you have Moab that they can go in the sea, they can eat octopuses, you know, they can eat turtles and things like that. You know, because the Lord gave us the laws and statutes and commandments, and we abandoned our law to go follow after them. But this was supposed to be our wisdom in the sight of the nation.
That's right.
You know?
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
That's right.
For what nation is there so great, who have God so nigh unto them?
Right. Yeah, they were supposed to say, hey, surely Yahweh Bashim Yahushua ruleth in this nation. This is where the Lord left his wisdom. Let us go and be like them. What we were reading in Isaiah, they're gonna go to the mountaintop of Israel. You know, they're gonna go to us. You know, for the law, statutes, and commandments. Yeah, Isaiah 2:7 chapter.
Yeah, because there was always points in history where the Israelites would, well, the heathens would basically marvel, like, you know, look, they got structure, they got order. You know, the God, they would say the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right.
You know.
They had the harlot.
Uh-huh.
You know, when the spies came to the city, she was like, we heard about what the Lord did for you.
Right.
You know?
You had the Queen of Sheba.
Yeah.
You know, she went to what was that? Solomon's King Solomon's place. You know, and even the doorman was decked out.
Right.
You know, so she marveled at that. Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, they supposed to look at us as an example. Like, damn, you know, these people are, you know, they the people.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Not nigger culture.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look down at us now.
Yeah, right.
The scripture says we will be a byword
In the proper. Woo.
and that's what we are.
That's right.
You know, now we're niggas and spits and wetbacks. You know,
Right.
off God.
chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, I'm starting at verse 2. It says, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains.
Right, the tops of the people. And we're going to be that exalted nation. You know, the way we were meant to be from the beginning. You know, Lord willing, we're part of that number. You know.
Continuing on, it says, it shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the Most High of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways.
Right, this is synonymous with what we just read in Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter. You know, they're going to say, damn, y'all don't eat pork? Yeah, we see why. You know, y'all don't commit adultery? We see why. Look at all, you know, their nation doesn't have any diseases. Look at it. You know, we see why. You know, and they're going to follow those ways.
It's tension in these people's hearts now because they're so obsessed with finding Tartarian or Atlantis. It's like, bro, they looking for somebody to be better than them on earth so they can be shown a better way. They're really looking for us to be restored, man.
The earnest, what's that? The earnest expectation of the future.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, hey, even the animals in the trees, man, they're like,
Right.
we need somebody else.
Right.
You know, please, you know, it's like when a player don't want to be on the team, he hitting the trade request.
Portal.
People are doing that.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, when Israel is going to be established on the earth, that's why the trees and all are going to be good for that day.
That's right.
You know, because hey, they're going to finally have peace. Synonymous with the same thing. It's the same.
Yeah, because Esau doesn't give the land Sabbath.
Right.
We always reaping happy.
Yeah.
He's gonna get killers they never gave.
Yeah. Oh, trees. You know, they got spirit in them, man.
Right.
You know. Yeah, they live. Yeah, living organisms.
Yeah, bro, got to get.
Going on, it says, and we will walk in his path, for out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem.
Right. How it was intended in the beginning for the Elohim to live and reign on the earth. You know, those judges. You know, to push forth the law and statutes and commandments, bro.
Yeah.
You know.
When you go into Jerusalem, which is Jerusalem, which is a city of peace, or teacher of peace, man. And at this point, nobody know what peace is at this point, man. 'Cause everybody's on edge, man. Everybody's on edge. Everybody's trying to get it how they live, on so on and so forth, man. You know, but when the righteous is in authority, man, everybody's gonna be at ease, man. Everybody's gonna be at ease. Everybody's gonna have their own, but they're gonna come under the power and authority of Yahweh Shem Yahweh.
You got that in
Proverbs 29 and 2.
Oh, I can
That's-
have it.
What was what 22 and 6? Get that first, real quick.
Oh, train up.
Sean. Yeah. Just going back.
Yeah, hey, let me. If you don't mind, I got an article here too because the captain brought up a good point about these kids and people's attention span, which is what we going into because the children learning from the law, statutes, and commandments got a lot to do with this too. They don't listen to the instruction of the parents anymore because why? They all over this technology like you was bringing out, which was a great point. They all over TikTok and stuff like that, right? So this is from Time Magazine, and it says in headlines, you now have a shorter attention span than a goldfish, right? So, and this is true, right? Because they did studies. So a goldfish has not attention span of 9 seconds. And you know how you go by a fish tank and they get scary, look at you, and they go do whatever the hell, right? Well, we used to have 15 years ago, the attention span had dropped from 12 seconds to 8 seconds. So now a goldfish with a tiny brain surpasses the average human being. Well, here in America at least.
That's sad, bro.
Which is crazy, but you got it, bro.
Man, that comes from who is human.
Right, exactly.
You know, because there's things that you can do to stimulate your mind and your attention span.
Right.
You know, but like this devil does the opposite. He's contrary to life, and he's like, oh well, you know, let's make the attention span even shorter so we can distract these people, man.
But it's
keep them from knowing what we're doing behind the scenes.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
This is Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 6.
Yup.
It says, train up a child in the way he should go.
That's right.
And when he is old, he will not depart from it.
training up the child in righteousness, man, with God's statutes and commandments. And when they grow up, they can be profitable to society.
Well, con.
That's right. And there's a beautiful contrast being made right now because we have two young brothers here, man.
Yeah.
You know, and we just seen, you know, two niggas walk by the camp. You know?
Yep. I saw it.
We're seeing the result of, you know, like you say, you had those the rapper, you know, the little kid he's a demon, you know, pushing forth ignorance, and then you have a contrast, man. The Israelite man, woman, and child being brought up in righteousness, man. You know, and they're profitable to society.
Yeah.
You know, they're not out here robbing, gang banging, and stealing. You know, that's someone you can trust. You know, I always say that, like, you know, when you are a man of the Lord and you're serving the Lord, you can trust people that do that. Other men that do that. You know, you can leave them in your house. You know, and ain't nothing gonna be, you know.
Right.
You can be around each other, man. And it's like that's how the kingdom is gonna be.
Yeah.
You know, you're not gonna be worried about, you know, when you walk by Jake now, it's like, damn, you gotta really be
Right.
You can't even look at them. You can't even really look at them.
Jake don't say hey to each other anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, damn, you my enemy.
Right.
Because I don't know what spirit you in.
Con.
You know?
Con. Beautiful.
Not content with the same monster.
Right.
Beautiful.
Right.
I mean, consent.
Yeah.
Consent. That's good. That's good. That was good.
The MARTA station is straight up exactly that. Every Jake you see.
This is Proverbs verse 20. It said, who's so perfect his father or his brother,
Yeah, I think
his
it's
flesh shall be put out in obscure darkness. So, man, that's kind of how what they're doing today, man. A lot of these Israelites, you know, walking past the camp, you know, barking and scoffing, right? Through the spirit, you know, not sound proud, but we're kind of like a mother and father unto them, man. We're leaders, man. The Lord has established us to be leaders, man. So ultimately, man, we're trying to direct Israel in the way that Yahweh Shah told us to do, which is through the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
All right, so, hey, man, they're pretty much cussing us out, man, which is ultimately, they're going to be the ones that's going to be left here with their lips being put out when them ICBM missiles get hit, you know?
This is 1 John chapter 3, verse 14. We know that we have passed from death unto life because we love the brethren. He that loveth not his brother abideth in death.
Look at the so-called Negroes here in America. You know, even the Northern Kingdom. You know, they don't love each other. This is one of the curses that the Lord put on us. And once you come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, and you start doing the will of the Lord will lessen those curses, man. You know, because we love each other, man. You know, and one of the reasons you know that is because we out here doing the work. You know, we out here bringing forth, ushering in the kingdom of heaven, man. You know, hastening the time. You know, you might have some.
Yeah, that's a greater love that the Lord bestowed upon us.
Right. Yeah, greater love have no man than to lay down his life for his brother.
Yeah.
You know, and now here we keep the king. You know, all doing what? Warning our nation.
All right, this is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 1.
Yes, sir.
There was given me a reed like unto a rod.
Yup.
And the angel stood, saying, Rise and measure the temple of the Most High, and the altar, and them that worship therein.
Yeah.
All right, so, you know, that reading that rod is do's and don'ts, man. So we pretty much getting Israel in line, man.
That's right.
Well, that's the scriptures. The reed like unto a rod is the scriptures. That's the measuring stick. Yep. Y'all bros know that because I know y'all know that. You better know that. We tested on it.
Yeah.
Verse 2, it says, But the court which is without the temple leave out and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall they tread underfoot 42 months.
So what's the court that's without the temple? Other nations. Yep.
2/3 supposed to come into the court.
Right.
But so they can get slaves.
Yeah, because it wasn't given to the heathens, man. It was given unto Israel.
Yeah.
Which consists to be Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, all those that's on the sign.
Right, exactly.
As well as those who are scattered abroad the four corners of the earth, looking as the nation, but they have the spirit of Israel, man. You know?
That scripture, that's a beautiful scripture, is a direct precept to everything the brothers are just talking about just now, right? The difference between, because you brought out Deuteronomy
Exactly.
chapter 4
Yeah,
verse 6.
exactly.
The difference between the heathen and our people, right? And even amongst us, the difference between us and the 2/3, right? But when you brought out, we supposed to, that measuring stick, right, which is scriptures, law, statutes, and commandments given into, remember when you read Psalms, was it 119? Chapter 119? If I can,
Get 129. Get Psalms 129 and I'm sorry, 149.
149 and 19.
19, yeah.
Yeah,
49,
that's a great
Show it
scripture.
this
right
word.
there.
That's a
Yup.
great one. Let's get that.
147, 19, that's right.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
it.
hey,
What?
good sh-
Yep, you got it.
This is Psalms 147 in verse 19.
Uh-huh.
And he's shewing his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel.
Yep.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Verse 20. He has not dealt so with any nation.
You got it,
and
brother.
as for his judgment, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh.
That's right.
Perfect.
Other nations are bastards. They don't know the law, statutes, and the Lord ain't dealing with them, man. He's not their father. You know, with the Lord,
The reed like unto the rod is the children of Israel.
to the point where he put us in captivity. You know?
Yeah, that's that read like unto a rod. He showed his words and his statutes, you know, because he established. Well, you got these Egyptologists and stuff, or you know, Hamitic niggas, you know, dudes that go into that conscious stuff, but they'll say, oh, you know, there were societies established before Israel.
Right.
You know, there were the original man, you know, and it was what do you call it? What was I getting at? He established just like we read. He established it with Israel.
Right.
Yeah, there were societies before Israel was established. You know, I'm talking about the covenant before before Jacob received that covenant. Yeah, there were societies that predate. I mean, before that, you still had the sons of God, the sons of the wicked. But Jacob used that argument. Oh well, Egypt was established way before.
No.
But the Lord didn't deal with them as
Right.
sons.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't establish the law with them.
And it makes sense that he would do it in such a way that they would come first so they can show you the right way. This came and fell, this came and fell, this came and fell. And all of them had a way of
Right.
It was a little bit better than the next one. Nothing stood the test of time like Israel did. Like these dudes got it perfect. And it showed the fullness of the perfection because all nations flowed unto King Solomon.
That's right.
Every nation came to seek his wisdom and to actually look in on the nation of Israel as the brother was going into.
Right.
The doormen tripped people out. That shows you what type of, you know?
King Solomon had the rock, which is Yahweh. The other nations don't have the rock.
They don't have the rock.
Just to add, because we brought out that law in Deuteronomy 21, and then y'all mentioned about bringing how the rebellious son will be brought out publicly, and we made an example of it. The Lord did that with us as rebellious sons. He made us a fucking example.
Yup. Right. Cut.
Right.
We
Yep.
got parents now who do that. They'll put their kids on
Great point.
Yup.
the internet.
Yup. Cut. That's a good point.
The point with the measuring tool being the rod is also what? The tool of correction.
Right. Cut.
Yeah.
Law, statutes, commandments.
You got that?
Right.
And that's what refines us, these scriptures, the Holy Spirit. It's a
Exactly.
reminder.
That's why
Man.
the scriptures say lean not unto our own understanding.
Right.
Because we can't lean on our own understanding. That's why we had the scriptures for.
That's right.
To direct us in the path that we should go.
Cut.
You know,
Cut.
I had a quick precept. This is Second Esdras 6 in verse 56. It says, "As for the other people, which also come of Adam," which you know the captain was mentioning earlier, "thou hast said that they are nothing, but like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto the drop that falleth from a vessel."
Cut.
They have no importance.
Yeah.
You know, when we get into that word now, it's of importance. You know, because unless you are doing the will of the Lord, he really don't even see you. You know, that's why he said the land is desolate, because the people there, he don't even regard them as being there. He's like, you know, they're not even there. He's like, y'all land is desolate.
Cut.
You know,
I ain't giving a shout out. Oh no,
I was just going to add to the point that the scripture in the book of Revelation calls the heathen nation dead.
Yeah.
It says in the dead live not to that second thousand, or to the end of the 1,000 years. That backs it up when it says the land is desolate, because the people on there are the heathen, which are dead.
Right.
They don't have the law, they don't have the measurements. That's why they're outside of the territory.
Right.
They're gonna be put back in their place. They're gonna know who they are according to the scripture. That's what they do. What the Lord say, you was dead at first, and then he went in life.
Okay. He was listening, you know, he was listening to God and understanding his breath. Breath, yeah. Breath that entered into the bones, you know.
Which, you know, he gave, you know, through the Spirit, he gave unto Adam, through his breath on Adam, which is the brother was mentioned, and wisdom, you know, the knowledge.
Now, you know how Jake is. If the kid ain't his,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Jake ain't like,
Good.
They're like, nah, bro, you ain't lying, bro. That's how the Lord did these other nations. Yeah. They gonna send out his only begotten son who he created only to die for the world. Like that's Esau, Bill. I gotta put something to it.
Michael Jackson said, Billie Jean, the kid is not my son.
That was a hit. Classic. He said, force truth. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
That's right. He set the bounds of the nation according to the children of Israel. Hey, when Daniel saw that vision, he seen all the nations get their, you know, their time to shine. But he said what? It was set by the bounds of Israel. Israel was going to be the end of it. You know, the world to come, and it's going to be forever. Because guess what? We had an example of how everyone got it wrong. And we're going to get it right, you know, through the power of Yahweh Shema Shah.
Yeah, the Lord wasn't doing no trivia type of thing, testing the nations and seeing which one is best. Right. No, the Lord did it according to, ever since Adam fell. There was a sentence of death that the Lord put on our forefathers Adam. But now the Lord, Yahweh Shah, died for Israel, which is the chosen people, offspring from Israel, from the Adamites. He put us back up top because only the begotten Son made that sacrifice. So now what? The outskirts of the earth, those that are not nothing, we're going to be raised to the top. Way above these nations that have the praise of the world.
That's it.
Because it was going into what the brother was mentioning. This is Amos chapter 3 and verse 2. It says, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Yeah, that's
Therefore I will punish you for all the iniquity.
Woo! Yep, that's it.
To that son, you know, being a son, and you know, hey, my son go off, I gotta correct him.
Yeah.
Because that's love.
Yeah.
If I don't correct him, he'll become a detriment, not only to my name, but to himself.
Yeah.
You know?
In Deuteronomy 30 and 7. It's a good one.
I was gonna say, especially if you have siblings and you're the oldest, you know, their parents is coming in, they looking at the oldest because they let you in charge.
Yeah.
So the parents gonna set fire to the oldest man. Alright?
You got it? Deuteronomy?
Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Yeah, like brothers was saying. You know, Jake was that example of, the Lord chastened Jake as an example to the other nations, man. You know, so that was a good point because, these other nations saw how the Lord punished us, and he's also going to see how he's going to reverse that, man. You know, he's going to put all the curses upon them. So they're going to see like, damn, you know what? The Lord was dealing with them the whole time, but he just was showing us what happens when you disobey. Same thing with America. Why do you think America's going to be a desert? Or why do you think the Lord always used Egypt as an example of disobedience? That's why the scriptures always bring up Egypt and what's that? Sodom and Gomorrah. The ways of Sodom and Gomorrah. The Lord always brings up kingdoms that He destroyed, so that He could show you this is what happens when you have a disobedient society, a degenerate society, man. You know.
Just to back up the point, started
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, verse 5. How is he numbered among the children of God?
right.
And how is his lot among the saints?
That's right. Yeah, that's what the other nations are gonna say when they see us get delivered in those chariots. When those missiles strike through those cities, you know, and they're gonna say, how is, is this he who we had in the vision? You know, in the approach of the proverb, how is he numbered among the saints? How is people on this?
Verse 6. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness have not shined unto us.
Right. The Lord wasn't really dealing with us. He was dealing with them. You know? And we thought, hey, they was niggas, you know? Like, this is the Lord said, you know, they're the offscouring of the earth. They look down on Israel, man. They look down on Jacob. But hey, it's gonna, you know, the role is gonna flip, and that day they're gonna say, damn, like we should have treated them differently. You know, they should have been over us. You know, they better than us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's talk about Israel first, but you know, it's also
Yeah.
Because they inherit lies too. You know, those Amalekites over there in the land, they think that they really believe that they're the people.
Yeah. Right.
Because they were taught that they were the people.
Right.
You know.
Verse 6. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness have not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. Which the sun of righteousness talks about Yahweh Shai. As it says S-U-N, if you read that scripture. But you know, going back to Genesis chapter 1, it goes into how the sun is the greater light. Yahweh Shai, the light of Israel, metaphorically speaking. So Yahweh Shai was shown unto them, which is what wisdom.
This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which would so easily beset us. And let
Repent, man, coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments, being improved, you know.
and let us run with patience the race that is set before us.
Yeah, you have to be very patient, man. When dealing with the Lord. The Lord is long suffering. You know? And he said, in our patience possess ye your souls. You know? So we gotta wait. Look at America during the pandemic. All these people that were so hasty, you know, they were so hasty to do what the government told them to do.
Yep.
What Esau told them to do. You know, and they ran into a snare.
Yep.
You know?
And none of you niggas said sorry.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Because they tried to push it on us to take the jab.
Right.
But then they see the evidence come out against all the things that came out. None of you niggas said sorry. You know what? I shouldn't have told you. You know, because it was a lot of people told us. I'm sure you brothers the same. A lot of people, condemned us for not wanting to take it.
Look at you strange.
Yep.
Yeah. Parents, siblings, just people around us, family and friends. They're not going to. It's really pride.
Right.
They pride not gonna let them admit that they was wrong. But there's another test coming. That's the thing. There's another trial coming.
The big one.
And this time you better listen up. You better take heed. To what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is saying through the prophets, man. Because if you fail this test, that's your ass, man.
God. This is Hebrews 12 and verse 2. Looking unto Yahweh Shai, the author and finisher of our faith.
Yahweh Shai, you don't have to have faith. In the kingdom, there's going to be no need to have faith. You're going to do that. He's going to be the finisher of our faith.
down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. God. Continuing on, it says, for consider him that endures such contradictions of sinners against himself, lest ye be weary in faith in your mind.
Right, because when he was doing miracles, they were saying he's Beelzebub. You know, they was calling him the devil. That's a contradiction. He was literally the son of the Lord, man. You know, the son of righteousness, man, the most righteous man that ever walked earth. That's a contradiction. And he endured death by that. They were like, kill him. You know?
Verse 4, ye have not resisted unto blood, striving against sin, and ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaking unto you as unto children.
Right, unto children, yeah. The Lord left us the scriptures to instruct us, man. You know?
My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faith when thou art rebuked of him.
Right, and we're going through that chastening now. You know, we're going through our trials and our tribulations now. You know, being mocked and scoffed at, you know, being rejected of this generation. You know, also just, you know, the Lord putting us in a lower state. You know, when you come into the knowledge of wisdom understanding, you know, you get kind of depressed a little bit, man. You're like, damn, you know, knowing that you're supposed to be in a different place. You know, but you have to endure that knowing that you are going to get to that place. You just got to fight for it. You know, that's the faith. Yep. Faith is not sin. That's right.
God. Verse 7, it says, if ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons.
Right.
For what son is he whom the Father chastens not?
Yeah, so if the Lord, you know, if you really want to know if the Lord dealing with you, you got to be, you know, going through stuff. You know, because the Lord dealing with us like he did with the sons. It's kind of what we've been going into the whole time.
Yeah.
Going through stuff for righteousness' sake, not for your own vain glory.
Right.
Or any other thing that Jake into and keep going.
Exactly.
You have to be suffering for righteousness' sake. That's the patience.
Right. Because a lot of people suffer. The scripture says there is nothing come upon you as uncommon to do.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people are suffering. Jake is suffering, man. Jake is in the hood, in the barrios, in the ghettos.
Oh yeah.
You know, losing kids, losing family members for no reason. You know, really for wickedness.
Yeah, it's like two kids coming up in the same house. I think to me and my cousin. Right. We grew up in the same house, up on the same man. I turned out okay.
Right.
Lord, we get the cherry.
Right.
But Jake, we got the same ass whooping, same everything.
Right.
This nigga's in jail. It's literally a Jake that accept the discipline of the Father and everything that comes with it. And trust it. Hey, it should walk with him good there later in life. Going into, you know, trying to child his way. Remember, use that discipline of that Father. And it's his will. At the end of the day, you can't get with it. You don't want to see how he see it. You will see the latter end of it will be to his destruction. And that's how the Lord be dealing with us. Them answers will be good for us. Right. Keep us in that way.
Yeah.
There's a scripture that says it seems grievous when it's taking place.
Yeah.
But the end is, you know, it's better. It's good. You know?
Thank you, Father.
Down in that chapter.
I had jumped verse. I'm going to jump back up. Verse 6, it says, for whom the Lord loved, he chastens, and scourges every son whom he received. Right.
And when you come into this truth, you're going to be scored, you're going to be tested.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to go through things, man. All right, but it's all just the Lord dealing with you to see, you know, what you going to do.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey.
are you going to lean on him or are you going to lean on the world?
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, your car gonna break down.
Right.
Your woman gonna leave you.
Yep.
You gonna be broke.
Yep.
What else? You gonna help? You gonna have
Financial
infirmities.
Oh yeah.
You know, you gonna have. You know, sometimes your body gonna break down. You know,
Family
certain things. Yeah, your family gonna come up against you. They're gonna cast you out as a demon.
Right. Come.
You know, all those things gonna happen, man.
I'm sure his brothers is going through that right now. I mean, you got these wicked ass holidays going on, right? And my family does this shit all the time. Oh, well, he needs to spend more time with the family. You know what I'm saying? Every time, holidays, so-called holidays come around, because the word holiday means holy day, right? So we actually have holy days, but America want to follow after these holidays. You don't come around, your family try to shun you off, act like you ain't shit.
Yeah.
Because you come to camp.
Yeah.
I even have an idea with these holidays or these history. They don't
Right,
know
right.
They don't.
What it's about.
Right.
They don't know that it's a pagan custom.
Right.
Right.
These things, man. They don't have an idea, man. Like, Easter, sacrificing children, man. So,
Yeah.
so these holidays, man, you're going to history. You're like, man, I don't want no parts in that.
Right.
Because you realize it's not in your how about shooting out shot.
That's right.
Somebody gets Sirach 2 and 4 for the brother. Yeah, if I can say that say something on that. And that the holidays thing it's all according to your faith, man. I'm talking about as far as coming around your family. It's all according to your faith. Some brothers can handle that, being around. But if you feel convicted in the spirit, if you feel like it's something you shouldn't be doing, then don't do it. Okay. But if you can be around your family, you know the truth. In some cases, some brothers live with their family. So what you gonna just stay outside in the car while they eating dinner? No, we'll just go ahead and eat the meal. It ain't it's just according to your faith. If you feel like in the spirit, if you feel messed up behind it, then don't do it. Obviously, don't go and get a tree.
Yeah, no.
And you know what I'm saying? Don't go help your mom with the tree and all that. But hey, if your folks get you gifts on the 25th of December,
I'm gonna
hey, but it's all up to your faith. If you feel convicted, if you feel like you shouldn't, you feel guilty behind it, or low key in the back of your mind, you feel like you have a guilty conscience, then don't accept the gift.
Hey, look,
I can't accept it.
PS5.
So
Yeah.
basically, things, every little thing like that is going to feel like a benefit to you. These people don't know
Yeah.
the meaning of it. So just go with the flow, yo. Just act regular.
Brothers save money. We're gonna save money for the dinner that we didn't cook for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, right.
Didn't cook for New Year's.
Presents that we getting.
And the toys.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we ain't gonna take it. Black Friday coming around, everything's cheap.
Right, come.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Lord knows your heart, man. That's the bottom line. The Lord knows your heart. So, the Lord knows your intentions. If you're sitting down at the so-called Thanksgiving dinner table, that doesn't mean you're celebrating Thanksgiving.
Oh no.
But
I'm gonna eat.
like I said, it's your conscience. It's all up to your conscience. If you feel like those spirits gonna mess with you, or you feel guilty behind it, then by all means, just separate yourself. But it ain't, you ain't gonna stop your family from you like Elder Yashawamba say, you ain't gotta flip over the Thanksgiving dinner table, man. You ain't gotta flip over the beans and stuff, and flip over the turkey, flip over the ham. Just knock over the tree. Shalom. Shalom. Y'all must smash up like that. Okay.
So we're going to appear unto all men as peaceful. Be ye peaceful, if possible.
Yeah, well, man, yup.
Yeah.
You the same you just know the truth. Just be the same you.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Because what you were saying, because we got to be like Clark Kent, man. We got to blend in, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
We got to blend in, man.
But early in the truth, you zealous. Because for years, I stopped, you know what I'm saying? You just like, man, to hell with these holidays. When you young in the truth, man, you gonna isolate yourself from all that, man. I said to hell with I cut off my family for a few years. I cut communication with them. Damn. Holidays come around, I ain't coming around. They already knew.
Yeah, okay.
But then, as you grow, you start to realize, well, it's family. They gonna be there. Then you start to come around. You start to realize, well, hey, look, I can come around. Just don't bring up nothing about the truth.
Yeah,
Don't bring it up, because you're gonna get cut. Don't even bring it up. Yeah, just tell your family. But eventually they're gonna stop bringing it up because it's gonna be obvious that you're a man of the Lord. They're gonna know over time that you different. You the chosen one out the family.
Right.
You different. You know. Y'all got it.
Especially once these prophecies start coming to pass. And all the things
Oh, yeah.
about this
Read.
it says, my people shall be willing and they're not power. You know, it will be ignorant to think that every man out here got a family.
Yep.
You know, and part of the reason we out here is because we want our family to receive some mercy. You know, we don't come out here for ourselves, and we love our nation as well. But we know that only a select few out of our nation is going to make it to the first round. You know, you don't come out here, just I'm gonna get on the chair by myself. No, you want your mom, you want your close relatives to have mercy given to them. You know.
Yep. You switch out when you're ready.
It's Colossians chapter 3, verse 2. Set your affections on things above, not on things on the earth, for ye are dead, and your life is hid with Hamashiach in Yahweh. When Hamashiach, who is our life, shall appear, then ye also appear with him in glory.
Right, they gonna see it. Right now, like you said, you gotta put on that Clark Kent. Yeah. But when the Lord come back, man, these people are gonna be amazed. It's gonna be Wisdom of Solomon in the 5th chapter. You know, they're gonna be like, the black sheep, you the black sheep in your family. Right. You know, they're gonna be looking at you different. You know, like, damn, he was right. You know, and he was doing the right thing. We should have been doing that. You know, and that's a part of this. You know, they say using that wisdom is a part of the law.
This is going back to what he was saying. This is Acts 16:31, and it says, and they said, believe on the Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, and thou shalt be saved in thy house.
Right. With your house, not only you, but your house. You know, Lord willing, we are that number. Some of our family, we're not, don't bank on all of your family members. Right. But, those who the Lord deems fit, they're going to receive that mercy. Those in your house. So with that, I'm going to let them, really step down.
Yep. Okay.
I'm gonna land back off the brothers going into it, right? Because it's deep, man, right? It's not too deep, but it's deep enough to understand that not only were your family members here, but these people in the world walking by here in America, and the rest of the people in the world, they're all gonna see because of what? The prophecies. Right? So we don't really, we speak these prophecies. The word prophesy means to say before it happens, right? So when we say these things are happening, and they're not happening at the moment, of course your family member, they're not going to think that you're a man of the Lord, or you're well versed in the scriptures, or you have actual faith. Why? Because they believe in Caesar Borgia. They believe in Christianity.
Yeah.
They believe in the so-called white man system that he set up in this world, right? But when you see the actual prophecies popping off of here, they ain't gonna have no true but to believe.
It's the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Right, the vision is yet for an appointed time. First of all, what is the vision? The vision are the prophecies, man. Right? These visions, maybe even today you got brothers that actually, they see visions and stuff. They get dreams and whatnot. But back then, the prophets had deep visions, man, and dreams. So much so that it woke them up out of their bed and they got sick. Right? But, the visions that we got now, mainly come from us believing in the scriptures and prophesying. Those visions are prophecies, man. Those visions are us. We actually see those thermonuclear missiles going from to hit here in America. We actually see that in our minds, man. When we read those scriptures, we actually see FEMA camps being filled up with the people of this country, man.
No, that proves that a man could be very well that prophet, because
other people can't open this book and see those same
Right.
things. The Lord must give you that sight.
Right. Right. Matthew 13:9, man. Right? He says, it was given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. And to them it is not given. Because, why speak to thou in parables? These are these visions, they can't see these visions, man. But we can.
It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it.
And that's the part of that tarry, right? That's the part of that tarry. Your friends telling you, hey man, you a conspiracy theorist. You know what I'm saying? Your family telling you, nah, this
Jesus, you gotta
so-called,
believe. Yeah.
Jesus is born on the 25th of December. This is why we celebrate it.
You ain't saved.
Yeah.
A good point, that the bishop had made a couple of weeks back was to lower your expectations. They went back to what the Captain Kamal was going into. Because when you first come into the truth, your expectation is for everybody that you know to come into the truth.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn, why they ain't getting it? But if you lower their expectations, then all right, now I can deal with that person because I don't expect that same thing as when I first came in.
Right.
That's how it goes.
That's a beautiful point.
Yeah.
And you always wonder why these people don't get it. But like the brother said, because the Most High blessed
Just
them. Because you clearly get it. Like you both know, like, all right, I got it. That makes sense. Like 2 + 2 = 4.
Yeah, we got the new reading.
But for most people, you clearly saw right now we saw that we are real, Hebrew Israelites, and 2 + 2 equals 22.
Yeah. So it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
Right. So though it tarry, right? Though your family get down on you right now, right? Though the whole world come against you, that's that patience that the scripture's talking about, man. Right? That's that patience and that faith. Because that's where it comes from. And we gotta have faith and patience in things that we actually don't see. Right? The non-tangibles. Right? The things that we can't actually touch and feel. Right? But it says, wait for it because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Right? When you see, look where we at right now. In 2023 going into 2024, which is wild. But check this out. All the things that the apostles and elders been saying for decades happening right now. Right? With Iran getting into this, this whole thing right now, man. Russia. I remember, man, in Russia and China. I remember, man, I was 14 years old. I'll never forget it. 2004. The apostles and elders are saying Iran, Russia, China, America, nuclear missiles, World War III.
Long time ago.
Decades ago. Talking about how they're going to try to come for your weapons, take your guns, concentration camps, UN troops. Yeah. I'm talking about back when
in the 80s, 90s.
80s and 90s, when like Christmas was actually, like now Christmas ain't a thing no more. People don't really regard these holidays as much, but back then they have parades going
Oh
through
yeah,
the streets.
it was a big deal.
It was like at its peak, where American wine was like, it was like potent. You know what I'm saying? They were talking these things then, when people were laughing at you. We're laughing at them, right? And making fun of them.
Yeah.
Right? Now conspiracy theories and Illuminati and these things are a household